First and foremost, I want to give all praise to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai. Citation to all y'all came on the highs of Bible, teaching his work sincerely and faithfully. The video is going to be about the day of the Lord and how there's going to be a lot of people being destroyed and they ain't going to come back. There's no coming back. When the kingdom of heaven's on earth, that's when they're not going to be able to come back. The white throne of judgment. So I want to get this. When the day of the recompense comes, our only regret will be that we have done so little for him, not that we have done too much. So there's going to be people saying, the Lord, Lord, have we not prophesied in thy name, and in your name cast out devils? Depart from me, you workers of iniquity. I never knew thee. So there are actually people out there who think they're doing the Lord's work, and this goes across the board. It doesn't go specific to Christians or specifically to Israelites. It goes to whoever picks up the Bible and saying they're doing the Lord's work. So, always be mindful of what you're doing, thinking you're doing the Lord's work and you're hiding your talent, or whether you got them pastors taking people tithes money and using it for Cadillac, or whether you're just not doing anything in general. You're not studying, you're not reading, you're not watching a video, you're not going out, you're not doing anything. But you're watching TV shows, playing video games all day, you know what I mean? Like, or watching, like, there's stuff that could be done that you could be doing that could be productive to your salvation. And you're not trying to look any further than what you have. It's just mediocrity. Just being in the middle, just being, I'm good here. Like, people just don't want to put the best foot forward, Oh, I don't know why I did that, so lucky. No, this goes to, don't make a comparison. 1 Peter 4:17. For the time is come that judgment must begin at wait, Shalaki, this is the wrong one. Second Peter 2:4. For Yahweh spared not the angels that sinned, but cast them down to hell and delivered them into chains of darkness to be reserved unto judgment. For if God spared not the angels, Yahweh spared not the angels that sinned. So imagine that. Yahweh didn't spare the angels that sinned and cast them to hell. How much more us? These are celestial beings. They know the time where they exist. They can see the past, present, and future. They know, they were there in the beginning with the Most High, and then this is what they choose to do: rebel against. And guess what the Lord did? Like, if they know His perfection. They know what He's about. And how do you rebel? How do you do a willing rebellion? And then your ignorance, like, you're just not even ignorant. You know what you're doing. It's not like you don't know. It's just you knowingly know what you're doing is wrong. You didn't grow up in a bad part of the neighborhood. These angels had it all. They threw it all away, being deceived by Satan, right? And then now he spared them. He didn't spare them, right? He just cast them to hell. This is what's happening. They're gonna be tossed into the lake of fire. How much more as humans? That's why you got to make your calling and election sure. Christians talk about his color don't matter, what he looks like it don't matter, or whatever. That's something small, right? At the same time, it's big, because this Lord says, "Call your election sure, as you have strived away from the Most High, seek Him 10 times more." So what is that being? What's being said is that you should strive even harder to search for Him, whether everything in truth, every aspect of what He is as a being mattered when He was alive. Like his color, whatever, his voice, his eyes, everything mattered. Well, why do we care about that parable when He says, "Eat the flesh and drink the blood"? That's something small, right? That could be something small, but everything mattered. The Lord spoke. It all has a meaning. You know what I mean? If angels were black and the Lord is our Savior is black, what does a fallen angel look like if he was to take a human form? See what I'm saying? It starts to question what does everything look like, and why is everything, you know what I mean? A fallen angel is a what? Edom? Looks like Edomite? You never know. You know what I mean? The opposite of a kinky hair, right? Is opposite of kinky woolly hair is straight hair. The opposite of brown eyes, which is melanin, is if you take the melanin, like the brown off brown eyes, they become blue because the melanin protects the eyes from the sun. They become blue eyes. If you take the melanin off obviously off a person, they become white. So, what does that tell you about the angels in heaven? Did Wouldn't they have melanin? And what happens if they would have fell? They would be stripped of everything that they were. You know. Well, look at the characteristics between Jacob and Esau. Jacob is more stern, more. You look at Jake. Jake is more out there, just tell you what it is and what it ain't. Esau will smile in your face and lie to you. Those are two opposites. One's a snake. One is like bold. One is being a coward in a way, of being sneaky. You know, but those are two different traits you can see in Edom. Same thing with the fallen angels. What is Esau? What is Satan known as? Deceiver. What does Esau do? Deceive. You know, right there. That there's a question you start to think like, fallen angels, are they? What do they look like? You know, if my Lord and Savior is a black man, what did the fallen angel look like? You know, but I want to get this. Zephaniah 1:14. The great day of the Lord is near, and hasteth greatly. Even the voice of the day of the Lord, the mighty man shall cry there bitterly. So the Lord's gonna come back, right? And people are not gonna be ready. Everybody is focused on Donald Trump and Joe Biden. Jake is dumb. If you look at the plan for Donald Trump, that's ushering martial law. Jake gonna get rounded up, and Jake is talking about, oh yeah, Donald Trump, Joe. It doesn't even matter. Honestly, at this point, Jake's still trying to hope for America, hope the best for America. Just fighting hard to thrive in this country. You want to fight for a country that don't care about you. Jake's like, Jake is just, yeah, Jake is just worrying about the wrong stuff. That day is a day of wrath, a day of trouble and distress, a day of wasteness and desolation, a day of darkness and gloominess, a day of clouds and thick darkness, a day of the trumpet alarm against the fenced cities and against the high towers. And I'll bring distress upon men, that they shall walk like blind men, because they have sinned against the Lord. Their blood shall be poured out as dust, their flesh as the dung. Neither their silver nor their gold shall be able to deliver them in the day of the Lord's wrath. But the whole land shall be devoured by the fire of his jealousy, for he shall make even a speedy riddance of them that dwell in the land. So, Jake worrying about opening up their next business and selling their weed, cannabis store, whatever Jake be doing, for everybody as a whole. You know, everyone worrying about the sports. Everyone worrying about every being worldly desires. You know, there's so much. I can say people are planning weddings. People are planning on traveling trips all the time. Not saying you can't do any of that, but when you put more time in for anything else other than the Lord, you put more time in that more than the Lord, then that's what the issue comes into play. You know what I mean? You can't just do all of that and just, expect, the kingdom. Yes, I went through a lot, Lord. You took a trip each month, and then you went partying and you went clubbing. And he's gonna account for you have to give account for everything. Whether you be saved or not, I think everyone will have to give an account, on their deathbed to the Lord. Like, what you did for me. You know what I mean? Like, last thing you did was die. Like, I was reading something, this article. This man, I think a man suffocated while he let a girl sit on his face. Is that the last thing you want to see? The Lord want to see you doing? Like, let's be real now. What's wrong with you? You die and then you have to present yourself before the Lord, and He's looking at you like, Lord, let me and just drops your ass. Like, He doesn't even want to hear it. Like, he's just staring at you like what is this? This is Jake. This is Israel. A lot of Israel's gonna die. Lord's willing. we don't be part of that. Lord's willing we keep striving for the Lord. Lord's willing that we stay in the Lord. We stay with Him. He guides us to the kingdom, because you don't want to die with Jake and Edom and all these other nations. They're just mad. They're just foolish. It's foolish, ridiculous. Things of this world is foolish. Not one can save your soul. Not one thing in this world can save your soul. Look, I'm looking at it now. Like nothing. No, you can have all the money you want. You think you can. Esau believed that you can pay your way to heaven. Damn billionaires. These mega churches stealing everyone's money. Like what are you doing? But that's what people do. They set up a church. They run the church, and then they start running people's pockets in the name of the Lord. Like, that's just so disrespectful. It's like, the reason why people do that is because the Lord is not here. If He was present, you would not be doing that. Remember the last time Yahweh Shai was here, He was flipping tables. That's Him without His spiritual power. Just imagine now on that day when He sees people, you're getting lit up with lightning strikes, lightning bolts, fire, tornado. Like, He's legit. No, I'm not talking about the Lord being omnipresent, like He's physically not here. I'm talking about when He's physically here in the sky and He sees a church doing this wickedness. He's gonna throw a fireball out His hand and burn up that, because it's getting ridiculous. Like why they just keep playing with the Lord, stealing everyone's damn money, tithes stealing. Like, what are you doing? I'm doing the Lord's work. The Lord told me to do this. I had a dream. Man, you didn't have no damn dream. You got people not teaching about hell, about a place of torment. And I don't know how many verses. Everything's a damn parable. People having dreams and testimonies of hell. It's a parable. Everything's a parable. See, this is why the Lord said, "I depart from, I never knew you." Because there's gonna be people who not teaching everything, or should I say, everything that needs to be taught. That includes the hell, fallen angels, the lake of fire. Israel's not gonna. There's no Israel not reincarnated in the kingdom. You know what I mean? They're not gonna make it. They're gonna have to. You're gonna have to account for a line of people because it's starting to, like, when you don't understand something, you're ignorant, you don't know, right? But when someone comes up to you and they're debating, they're telling you to your face that you're wrong, and you're rebuttaling it and arguing back, it's basically saying that, no, I'm not. I rather still, like, they don't want. People have too much pride, and they've been given positions in certain, like, whether that be camps, organizations, or whatever. They can't just tell the truth. It's crazy to me. It's like, we're supposed to be about truth and honesty. That's hope. It's all about principle. Like, you've been faking this for how long? For years, and you're just like, come on, that's some fake ass shit. It's just fake. You're fake. You're a phony. I don't get that. I don't. How are you gonna talk about truth and you're being a liar? The fuck? How does that make sense? A devil. What does the scripture say? A double-minded man is unstable in all his ways. Like that don't. You don't make any sense. We don't bite our tongue over it. What are you talking about, bro? Yes, you do. Amos 5:18. Woe unto you that desire the day of the Lord. To what end is it for you? The day of the Lord is darkness and not light. A lot of people hiding talent talking about they can't wait for the day of the Lord. Those two things don't even go together. Like, yeah, Lord, I can't wait for the Lord to come. Well, you're being a little punk, you're hiding, you're lying to your congregation. Would that be Christian? Would that be Hebrew Israelite? Christians lying about the Lord's image. You got some of the Hebrew Israelites. They don't believe in hell. They believe in hell, but don't want to teach it. And then you got fallen angels, and it's just too much to name. It's just a lot of people. They're gonna have to answer for everything. Like, oh, I was scared of this man. He threatened to demote me, so I hid your talent in the earth. Like, Lord, like, he don't have no power over you. That's the thing. The Lord is the only one that can send you to hell. The only one that can deliver you out of hell. He's the only one that can deliver you from your enemies. But yeah, you are scared of some man on a computer, mad about some other guy from 1990, from the 90s. It's just, he's going on trips more than me. Look at his jet. You know, he got the bag. He got the bag. Every video is about a bag. Like, maybe you sold out, you know? What about you? What do you do? But everyone's desiring the day of the Lord, not knowing it could be their end. Like, that's not gonna be for it's not gonna be a good moment for anybody, because we're all gonna have to go through. There's gonna be adversity in that time. Not only that, but especially the people who are lying. Oh man, you shouldn't be reading anything about the day of the Lord. You should just just read about mercy, forgiveness, and just stop lying. Just lying a lie. But people, those wouldn't even be found worthy. That the day of the Lord don't take us. But the scripture says it should not overtake us like in a thief in the night. If you were watching the thief, you wouldn't see your house be broken up. You know what I mean? You got to watch out for that. People don't be watching. You know what I mean? If you were watching, you would be damn lying. Because if you're still lying in that day while the Lord is returning, and you're like, yeah, man, there's no hell, yada yada yada. The heathens can't make it, even though the Lord's called them the grafted olive branch that would be grafted in. He's still teaching that that's not true. That's talking about Israel again. And you've been told time after time. And what is the Lord supposed to do with that? People just think the Lord is gonna push over. He's gonna allow you in the kingdom by being basically talent tucking. Like, you know what, bro? Yo, you know what? You're cool, bro. On earth, I'm allowing you in my kingdom, man. Like, what the fuck? Let me get this. This goes for everybody. This goes for Christians, Hebrew Israelites, Catholics, or whatever. Christians still be talking about the color don't matter, but yet you lie. But you don't want to tell the truth about the image of what he looks like. That's crazy. That doesn't make any sense. This is gaslight. They just. That's what Edom does that a lot. A lot of these Christians. Then you got these coon ass Christians doing the same exact thing. And then you got some Israelites. They don't want to teach about hell or the fallen angels. Not saying maybe you can't receive it. Maybe it wasn't given to you. But there are certain talents people have that they're hiding. You know what I mean? Matthew 25:14. For the kingdom of heaven is a man traveling to a far country, who called his own servants and delivered unto them his goods. And unto one he gave 5 talents, to another 2, and to another 1, to every man according to his several ability. And straightway took his journey. Then he that had received the 5 talents went and traded with the same, and made them other 5 talents. And likewise, he that had received 2, he also gained other 2. But he that had received 1 went and digged in the earth, hid his Lord's money. So, after a long time, the Lord of those servants cometh and reckons with him. And so that he had received 5 talents and came and brought. Oh, wait, let me read. I'm going to go to 20. And brought other 5 talents, saying, Lord, thou deliverest unto me 5 talents. Behold, I have gained beside them 5 talents more. His Lord said unto him, Well done, thou good and faithful servant. Thou hast been faithful over a few things. I'll make thee ruler over many things. Enter thou into the joy of thy Lord. He also that had received 2 talents came and said, Lord, thou deliverest unto me 2 talents. Behold, I have gained 2 other talents beside them. The Lord said unto him, Well done, good and faithful servant. Thou hast been faithful over a few things. I'll make thee ruler over many things. Enter thou into the joy of thy Lord. Then he, which had received the 1 talent, came and said, Lord, I knew thee, that thou art a hard man, reaping thou hast not sown, and gathering thou where thou hast not strawed. And I was afraid and went and hid thy talent in the earth. Lo, there thou hast said Salaki. Let me reread 25. And I was afraid and went and hid thy talent in the earth. Lo, there thou hast that is thine. So this is talking about how it doesn't matter if I hide 1 talent. The Lord's not gonna be asking for it. Like, what the fuck? It tells you right here. He's gonna be asking for it. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? You don't make any damn sense. Yo, yep, the scriptures is wrong, and you're right. Yeah, we're gonna listen to you. Yep. I don't get that. I don't get it. 26. His Lord answered and said unto him, Thou wicked and slothful servant, thou knewest that I reap where I sow not, and gathered where I have not strawed. Thou oughtest therefore to have put my money to exchanges, and then at my coming I should have received mine own with usury. Take therefore the talent from him, and give it unto him which hath 10 talents. Unto everyone that has shall be given, and he shall have abundance. But from him that hath not shall be taken away, even that which he hath. So he's gonna be grabbing. He's gonna take everything you know. He's gonna give your talent, that is something you knew, and give it to someone else, and they're gonna be able to believe on it. So basically like a soul swap in a way. Like Lord's giving his wisdom that he once had to that man, and he's gonna be able to profess it, and not you. You're gonna be like kind of like, lost now because you can't receive it. And cast ye unprofitable servant into outer darkness. There shall be weeping and gnashing of teeth. So the Lord's not playing. He just says, I know you was a stern man. Where was that at? A hardened man, a 24. Then he which had received the one talent came and said, Lord, I knew thee that thou art a hardened man. So basically, really stern, really serious. You know? And then you got him at the end that's saying, like, the Lord gonna cast one out. So he's not playing. You know, whether it be half a talent, whether it be a quarter of a talent, whatever he told you something that, you know what I mean? Or something. If something's holding you back from telling the truth, I think you should disassociate with it. You know what I mean? It's just like there's a cap. It's a cap, and it's holding you back. There shouldn't be no caps on the truth. If the Lord revealed it to you, we should be able to listen to you and learn from that instead of hiding everything. You know? I do believe 100% that there are certain things Yahushua did teach that he didn't teach to the public, that he had private conversations with the apostles, with the saints. With that being said, I feel like a place of torment, it's not nothing secretive. It's not a hidden message. It's there in the scriptures. We just people just choose not to acknowledge it, like hell, like a fire, fallen angel, like stuff like that. That's simple. It's in the scriptures. Everything outside the scripture, I feel like that's different, and yeah, I feel like I believe everything. Not everything should be. Most things should be taught, but some things are too complex for certain people to understand. You gotta build them up to that point, But like lake of fire and hell, boom, place of torment, that boom. People warning people that there's a place of torment. You gotta warn people. I seen hell testimonies of people saying that they went to hell because they didn't want to warn people that there's a place of torment after life, after death. It's lucky after death, and that's what's gonna happen. That's what we're coming to. People needs to wake up, stop BSing, and warn the people about a place of torment. The heathens can make it. Moab, Ammon, Ishmael, Ham, they can make it. But Jake is mad. It's our fault anyways. But yeah, there's gonna be a lot of judgment for a lot of people. With that, I want to give all salutations to all y'all. Come on, how in the bow is. Oh, till next time, say shalom.